Hello, awesome humans. How's it going? How's it going? Do you know, I really like asking how people are feeling. And I encourage an honest response every single time. Because when do we really get the opportunity? And when we have the opportunity, it gives us the ability to offload a misreality, if that is even a word. But it is in my world. Because sometimes when we keep things inside, they grow, don't they? And they become something far bigger than what they actually began as. Know what I mean? I've been speaking to a lot of wonderful women lately who have come to me telling me that they have certain symptoms. One of them has been a lot is the PTSD. And many of these women have self-evaluated this and come to their own conclusion. My question is, with any symptom, is this how you want to feel? And that might sound like a really bloody stupid question because, of course, no one wants to feel ill. No one wants to have a symptom. But what can happen is, especially when we come to this conclusion on our own without any professional input or support, is that we allow this symptom to become a label, and this label we then wear for a very long time. And when we wear this label, it starts to burden us and it starts to weigh us down. And even though we seek to, I mean, using some of the words I've heard, to get rid of this label, we are actually so emotionally attached to it. We continue to make the choices that keep reaffirming this symptom. And that sounds bloody nuts, doesn't it? But this is my point in why you need to address your emotional health first before anything else, because your emotions will always pull you back to the habits that have been set from a very young age. It is your emotional health that we need to look at first. Because, and I said this yesterday in a live, until you address the emotional aspect of your health, it's like ice skating with socks on. I love this term at the moment. It's my favorite term. You're just going to keep on slipping over. And what does that do? That reaffirms that you are continuously doing something wrong, that you are wrong, and it's all your fault. And so you keep repeating the same thing, trying to make the same thing right, when in fact, unless you address these emotions, they're just going to keep on replaying. And actually, the choices that we make when we are emotional sometimes aren't meant for us. They don't fit our skin. But because we are so emotional, we keep choosing them. Oh my goodness. Round and round and round we go. And in effect, we are the ones that are making ourselves sicker. We are making our symptoms more and more profound, and we continue to wear their label. That sucks. That's not where we want to be. But I understand, because like most of us, we have all been there when our choices feel limited, when we don't know what our choices are, that of course we would continue to choose these habits. But when you step outside of that and you seek support from people that know what they're talking about, that know what they're doing, that have your best interests at heart and have been through the experience themselves, you can start to carve a path. I know is such an old cliche. I like to use the word adventure. You can whack on your hiking boots and start trekking in the right direction towards your greater health and well-being. I know anyone experiencing a symptom does not want to be experiencing it. But have you changed your choices? Have you changed the way you are moving? Have you changed certain aspects of your health to get you out of those symptoms? Because that's the only way you're going to do it. And again, I come back to the emotional aspect of health and how important it is. Do you even consider your emotions as part of your health? I mean, that's a great question, right? Our emotions are just messengers. They are just messengers. And in fact, sent by your hormones, they are trying to mitigate a stress that is causing the reaction. When you experience an emotion, what do you do with it? What do you do with it? There are so many ways that you can express an emotion, but most of the time, people will just hold it in and get angry at themselves. And what does that do? It creates tension. It creates a stress within the body. It creates inflammation. It creates a symptom. So, as I said last night on the Project One membership, you can exercise to the hill. You can be lifting weight all day long. But until you address the emotional health, your emotional health, there's no point, because all you're going to do is further stress your body out and perhaps increase these symptoms and maybe even shorten your lifespan. I mean, it sounds so bloody depressing, but it's the truth. But when you're so caught up in those emotions, when you're so caught up in your symptoms, when you're so caught up in your labels, it's hard to see out of that. You deserve joy and happiness. Yay! Yes, you do. And your health is part of that joy and happiness. Believe me when I say I know how my health has been what has enabled me to step out of the past and into a brighter future, where I'm not dominated by emotions and bad habits and self-hate and lack of self-worth. And it is that has enabled me to create such a fulfilling relationship with my movement. Oh, how amazing is that? I don't live to move, I move to live. And that, my friends, is what life is all about. Nice one.